We got Chuck. We got Barney. Barney's about to meet his maker.
Die, you commie fucker!
Oh God, it's so hot. We've been walking forever. Although I feel like we didn't leave the tank behind that long ago, but there's nothing out here for miles.
It's been 10 minutes since. Yeah.
I don't see anything.
What is that?
What?
What's that over there? Hey, come see this.
What? Yeah, hold on a minute. Is that?
It's getting nearer. It's getting closer.
Oh my God.
It's running. Hedda, it's running. It's running.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Ah!
Oh, hey guys, Modelling Weekly here. I'm just out here getting reference photos. What's up with you guys?
Modeling Weekly.
That's
What are
me.
you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Oh my God.
I haven't seen you in never ever.
There he is, the man of the hour.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, sorry, we're all going insane because, we've
thank
been in this
goodness.
desert for a while.
That intro took
For a
so
while.
much planning. I'm so glad we
Okay,
got
modeling.
it
I
executed
don't suppose you
perfectly.
have any food or consumable nutrients
Yeah,
on
dude,
you.
for real. We could really I'm not doing
Please.
too
We've
hot
been
over
stuck here for like
Please.
3 days. We got
Oh, well, I
nothing.
hate to say it, guys, but I've actually perfected the art of running on empty, really, and I'm not really carrying much with me.
What? I don't. Why are you out here in the middle of the desert? There's nothing. There's no civilization.
Well, you know the lengths you got to go to get your professional reference photos, man. Got to get it from the real environment.
So you've just marched all the way out here in the middle
Yeah,
of the desert.
that's right.
Wow. Well, you know what? I admire the commitment, Modeling Weekly.
Yeah,
And on that
I mean,
note, thank you everybody for tuning into the Getting Sidetracked podcast. My name is Ed320, and welcome to our episode where today's guest is, as you guessed, Modeling Weekly, but we're also
Hello
joined by
there.
our two normal guests, not guests, co-hosts,
Yeah,
Nomad
well,
Prod and Big Fish.
for a second, I was
821.
scared.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna not mention you. I was gonna leave you guys out.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
But before we have a chance to get sidetracked, I want to put us on track and ask you, Modeling Weekly. I'm not really in like the modeling community, which is weird
Yeah,
enough. I've
okay.
gotten like some bits and bats from Nomad because Nomad's trying to get me to build a model. But I just want to ask you, do you really model weekly?
Well, you see, this is quite the law when it comes to my channel because obviously in the name Modelling Weekly, you'd think
Yeah.
that I at least post weekly.
I was gonna say I was looking at your channel and I'm a bit appalled to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, things happen, and it's more like modelling monthly at this point. So,
Well,
it's-
that's actually got a nice
people-
ring to it.
It has actually, yeah. You got the nice what's the word where the two letters are the same at the start of two words. I forget.
Alliteration.
The alliteration. That's
Okay,
that's
well,
it.
Yeah.
You got that.
I was gonna
and,
say a
I
rhyme
just
and realized
chanted
I was
for a while.
retarded.
No, a rhyme is at the end of a
Yeah.
word.
Yeah,
not
rhymes
the
at
beginning.
the end of the word. Yeah.
It's actually, Nomad, it's quite funny that you say that because that is literally the exact opposite of alliteration. So congratulations.
That's
to you
true.
for
Yeah.
not only not knowing what alliteration is, but not knowing,
Literally describing the exact
being
opposite
so
as
bad
an
at it. That you,
alliteration.
yeah, being so bad
is
at it that you
unreal.
literally described the negative. What the fuck is? I've always thought about that with like, how many words are there in the English language that like very specifically describe certain things that you've never fucking heard of before?
I mean,
Like how many times? How
Probably
many words do
literally
you think
thousands.
exist?
yeah,
I know.
I call it gibberish. I
Yeah,
don't know.
like some
Yeah.
things, like things that are very specific to a certain subjects, probably. So it's just like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, because you
scientific
think of words
things.
like you think of. Have you guys ever heard of the word quizzaciously?
what?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. That was a what's his name? Vsauce thing. If you look up quizzaciously, I think it's like to mock somebody. But yeah, it's a real word. Mocking or satirical. Yeah. So it's to be like
Yeah.
to do something quizzaciously is to be like kind of to be a dickhead basically. But like, how many other words do you think exist like that? Like words that are just like super hyper specific definitions.
It's like
You've never heard of
I've have a few like packed far away of my mind, which I like completely forgot about, but I know they're there.
I wish
know
I, had
there's
like
one
a
that
good
is-
vernacular. I don't. I wish I had like a
Unfortunate.
expansive. I wish my vernacular were more expansive, but I just genuinely do not like. I'm not good at English. I have a lot of friends who are English second language, and I always tell them there's no right way to speak English, but there is definitely a wrong way.
Yeah, that's
And-
true.
You know,
you know.
that's fair enough, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, because we make up so much shit on the spot. Like think
Yeah.
about how many times you just slapped ing or like ly at the end of something that like totally does not like quizzaciously does not sound like a word to me, but it totally is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How many times we've had to like it's like model making. It's like model making modeling weekly. It's like you come in
Yeah,
and put
there you go. The
Ooh.
references are already coming in.
yeah, you get the we're already making references to models. Yeah, you take all the words and you just kind of put them together. Much
Yeah, I know,
like
I
your
feel
most
like-
recent video.
Yeah, no, I feel like there is a lot of that going in the modeling world. Just like new techniques, and you just slap ing
That-
or ly on the end.
That's pretty much it. Like streaking. For
Streaking, yeah, yeah.
Streaking, washing.
So you're not referencing running outside naked. This is a different streaking.
Wait, what?
I'm just trying to
This
describe
is
what
a
I.
very different type
I'm
of
trying to
streaking.
describe what I am the most familiar with.
I
But
don't
this
know, man.
is
The
a
only
different
streaks I know are
streak.
from liquids doing it.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
That's the
We're on the same plane here.
that's
except
the
apparently
point
we're
of
not.
like streaking a liquid onto a model. If-
Yeah, I mean, I think now that I think about it, there isn't really a definition that I have in my head for that. I think
well,
I just see it as sort of like you just get a liquid and you make sort of like a spread out mark on the surface.
Yeah, kind of like an oil spill.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I was watching that. I was
Yeah,
watching like, the
oil,
most recent
oil,
video
just
you
that,
doing that.
nothing
Yeah,
else.
the oil. That's the stuff. Those are the details that I think look the coolest on
yeah,
models.
honestly.
Oh
The
yeah.
oil
Well,
streaks
the
coming out of, like,
weathering,
the engine
weathering
exhaust.
is
Good
definitely
weathering
the
can
most
really
fun.
take a model far, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
It seems so crazy though, because that like so much of that is based on just like what you know about how shit works. Like you just have to
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
how things weather, like how like the corners of like if you have something that you, like is painted, the corners of it will chip first, and then like
yeah,
Yeah.
how far that spreads along the
Well,
surface.
my
and, like,
usual
it seems really detail oriented.
my usual approach to weathering is actually going like, okay, what would happen first on that tank, and what would you know
Yeah.
the layers. So let's say chipping will obviously be under a layer of dusting, because the dust comes when the chip's already there.
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
I won't do the dusting before the chipping. The wash will obviously create some well, make all the details pop out, and it will give just the tank an overall dirty look if you do.
One thing that's also pretty important is just weathering based on utilization, like humans doing stuff. Like, where
Yeah,
do people
yeah.
getting
Oh,
the
yeah.
tank?
Interactions with
Where
Yeah,
Yeah.
it creates lights on it.
did somebody like
Yeah.
drop a box by accident or something on a fuel tank and dent it? Is one of the storage boxes like broken
yeah.
because
I think
somebody used
honestly,
it wrong?
I think the best
A
way
fender
to
bent.
go about yeah. I think the best way definitely to go about weathering anything is to come up with a story for it.
Yeah,
Because once
Yeah.
you've got a story for it,
Absolutely.
you can
Yeah.
literally go along that and then do whatever you want to it based on what's happened in its lifetime sort of thing.
I feel like that's a very good way to hide mistakes behind a story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel that happens a
Oh,
lot. yeah.
I
Looks
fucked
like
up
I
that
could
part,
run
but
into
it's
a mine.
Oh
You're
fuck!
not-
I accidentally rubbed off some
unfortunate.
paint off that wing. Oh well, the mechanic spilled some fuel on there.
Yeah. I'm not a bad modeler. I'm a really good storyteller.
That could be on a
There's a
shirt.
difference.
That could be like the definition of modeling. That could be on a shirt or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I want
Ooh,
equity.
merch ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have merch
Hey,
now.
merch, fourth
You
episode
have
of
merch
the
now.
podcast.
Yeah. We're actually just gonna end up with this is just shameless promotion for
Yeah.
all the new
We've
merch
already done
ideas.
so much. I remember, like in episode 2, we did so much promotion, asking for a PayPal or something or a Patreon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
That's
now here
still,
we
yeah,
are.
If,
Here
fans-
we are.
Nomad, you better be putting my PayPal in the descriptions of these videos.
Well, my OnlyFans.
because I have been begging for
My
donations.
OnlyFans is in
and it would
every
make me look very
description. Okay,
foolish.
if you guys want to look at my beautiful feet, you can go on my OnlyFans.
No,
Can we just
we don't-
never make a Patreon and make an OnlyFans instead?
that's we're not actually gonna make a Patreon. We're only gonna make an OnlyFans, and it's just gonna be Nomad's feet. But the money is redistributed amongst all of us. So he's the
Yeah,
breadwinner
yeah.
of the
No,
family.
whoa
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
whoa
the
there,
breadwinner.
Buckaroo. If it's my feet, it's my money. You want the money, you put
Listen
your.
up.
Whoa,
I know where you
whoa!
live.
This was a
My
group
feet,
effort.
my rules.
This was a group effort. You can't exclude us. This is a
That's
business.
true.
This is a business trend. This is Breaking Bad style. We split it 50-50 3 ways.
50,
Oh yeah,
53
for
ways.
200%.
Yeah. 50-50 3 ways. Look, 60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah.
And we can get modeling. You can get in on this, whatever equities this episode makes. You can
Oh
have
yeah,
like
that's true.
you can have like whatever a dollar in British pounds is.
Like
Probably like
70 pence.
Yeah, there you go. Modeling, thank you so much for coming on our podcast. Here you go.
There you go. You're of no use to us
70
anymore.
This is your
70
wage.
pence. Yeah, pay your fucking telly license or whatever the fuck. Get the hell out of here.
Your
Until your
podcast
BBC
license. We're
one.
getting into license jokes now.
I was actually we were talking in a previous podcast about gun related stuff, and I was getting super into like forgotten weapons and stuff, and competitive shooting. And I thought, weirdly enough, because it was mentioned briefly, and I actually looked it up. Competitive shooting in the UK, it does actually
Honestly,
exist. Yeah,
would have never heard of that.
yeah, I know. Well, it actually apparently like it's been growing in the past couple of years. And I was wondering, I was like, with another country that has like not obviously not as lax gun laws as America, how do they deal with it? And that was just a little fascinating thing to learn about.
That's
how
actually
other
quite
countries are
interesting
doing
because
competitive shooting.
Yeah, because once you start competitive shooting, you can imagine it being like international like championships, and at that point, isn't it just like a glorified war?
I mean, well, that
He
depends.
has a mild point.
Yeah.
I don't think it's war until you bring out the combined arms, until you bring out the planes and the tanks, and then you start dumping 120 mil cannon
still do
shells
see the
down
attraction
range.
in. I do see the attraction of shooting and just hitting something really far away with something like as big as your pinky finger. I see why that would be fun.
Yeah.
Well, competitive shooting is like it's just how long you can run. If you've ever seen competitive shooting, it's literally just it's like not an obstacle course, but it's just like a set of targets. It kind of is an obstacle course, but it's a set of targets, and then you just run through and shoot them. So I don't know about glorified war because you're not really shooting at other people.
I mean,
it's
more like
straight up not.
couch soldiers, if you can say it like that.
Yeah,
it's some people that think they're like super like Rambo style, and they've never been fired at in their entire life.
Some of competitive
I mean, at that point, just go play
shooting
airsoft. I think.
Yeah.
Like if you want glorified war, just go play airsoft. Let's put airsoft. I'm petitioning right now for airsoft to become an Olympic sport. And I want to see vehicles. I want to see airsoft grenades, and I want to see airsoft Gatling guns,
and airsoft tanks. I want it to be awesome.
Airsoft tanks. I want it to be. I want it to be
war crimes.
This is going to be the next big thing. Airsoft war crimes. We're gonna have to write
the rule system. War crime,
The rule set for airsoft professional Olympic airsoft is nicknamed the Geneva Convention, or some kind of airsoft like some kind of airsoft parallel to it. That would be funny. I think that would be funny. I think we should make war crimes.
We should make war crimes an air sport.
An Olympic sport.
War crimes.
To come back on competitive shooting, some of the stuff I've seen also is like a single action revolver, and it's seeing how long it takes for you to pull it out of the holster and shoot.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah.
I've seen the world record for it. The guy looks like Ian. It's kind of funny. From Forgotten
the guys
Weapons,
are fucking crazy who can do that.
Yeah, but he just sends it in like barely a second, barely.
Yeah, it's mental.
Some of those guys they get so much training on those guns that like it becomes like muscle memory, and you just like. It's crazy. And I know that like a lot of people dig on airsoft and stuff, but I know that at the very least when it comes to the ergonomics of a weapon, airsoft does help a lot. At least for me, I felt like I understood more. I gotta admit
that I do own a few airsoft weapons myself, and I've never played airsoft in my life. Like I bought an L96 and I only work the bolt and pull the mag out, and it's like an anti-stress ball or something. I like to tinker with it.
Yes, dude. I practice wick flicks on my airsoft 1911.
If you could buy an airsoft gun, what would it be?
I
In the UK, we're not allowed to without a license. So.
Really?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's
Yeah.
a
The
toy.
memes are true.
I want an M60.
The license memes are true. You really have a license for fucking everything.
I know, it's ridiculous. And I think another one that I heard related to sort of like weapons and stuff is, you know how when they decommission tanks and stuff like that, they like, what's the word? They like weld all the guns so you can't use them anymore.
Yeah, they'll fill them with
Like,
concrete or something
yeah,
too. They do a lot of
deactivate
stuff.
They deactivate them. In the UK, you still need to have a license to own a deactivated weapon.
Really?
L.
It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
Like even I was
Well, I mean, you can
like
still run
not
someone over
really.
with a tank.
Even I was not really like that pro gun. I get people who do collection, you know, of historical guns and everything, but people who have like AR-15s with like 500 mods on it, I don't get that.
Yeah.
You're not a soldier. You don't need that.
And then they claim it's for home defense or something.
Yeah, fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Oh god.
It's
Yeah,
just-
those guys are.
You are literally a couch soldier. But
You're a gravy seal, baby.
great.
That's a good one. I've
That's
actually
a very
never heard
good
that
one.
gravy seal.
It's probably the only funny thing I've ever heard on Twitter.
the one and only funny thing that's ever been said on Twitter. We found it, guys.
Even
I
I
agree with
not
that.
very pro gun, and I think like holding a gun in general is pretty stupid if you're not hunting, if you're not like competitive shooting, if you're not just a collectioner or like an historian or something.
I just think the whole thing has so many layers because
Yeah, it does. It gets complicated really
it
fast.
gets so complicated because you can own a gun for, like, you know, shooting, well, taking it to the range or hunting or fun. And then you got people who own guns for, you know, pad things.
Yeah.
I think if you have like a
Things happen
concealed
with
carry
guns.
sidearm, that's chill or whatever. I think
That's
if you're gonna do
kind of-
home defense, a shotgun makes sense. If you're gonna do concealed carry, just get like a pistol. That's fine.
I mean,
But I don't.
also-
the all AR-15s and stuff,
you
unless
know-
you're just going shooting with them every now and then.
also
whatever.
some people think like, oh, the bigger the caliber, the better it is. Like, oh, you need at least a 45 ACP or a 9mm. I mean,
No stopping power.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. A 22 long rifle in the leg is gonna put you down. Like you're just
gonna
gonna be
hurt for sure.
down, screaming with your leg and bleeding from everywhere. You don't need more than
Yeah,
that.
but you don't get it. He's gonna fight back after
No,
that.
fuck
I need
you.
my 50 cal revolver.
If you hit him in the leg, you hit him a second time in the shoulder, and it's not gonna do anything.
Well, no, Matt, I think you forget that every single gunfight that's ever happened in history goes down exactly like a level from Call of Duty. So you need as many bullets as you can get and do as much damage as possible.
You gotta
Everyone's
get 'em
diving
before
for
they
cover.
respawn,
Everyone's
you know?
blowing things up. Everyone has grenades, and they're all throwing them. Flashbangs. Everyone's doing 360 no scopes constantly.
They're
There's
jumping
not a single
around the
gunfight in the
corner,
world.
pre-firing.
Exactly. They're diving. They're using their jetpacks. There's not a single
bunny
gunfight in the
hopping,
world
you know?
that has ever been ended by 1 or 2 shots. It just doesn't happen.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
First World War was started with a single shot.
I just don't believe. Well, no, a grenade was also thrown.
Really?
Yeah, that's true.
Checkmate. Yep, they threw a bomb at the truck.
Checkmate.
That's what caused them to turn the other way or whatever, turn the wrong way. And then he was
Oh,
so
and
he
the
had
guy
a
was in the
sandwich in one hand.
sandwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Literally. My man was fucking macking on a ham and cheese and was like, "Oh shit, there he is." Popped him, and then he created anime. More power
I
to
don't
him.
know where we're at. I know the podcast is called Getting Sidetracked, but I don't know where we are now. Are we at
How do you
the
get here?
assassination of the Austrian, like, Franz Ferdinand now? Is that where we're at?
Archduke Franz? No.
Archduke.
At this point, we've moved on to the creation of anime.
That's-
we
yeah,
were
yeah,
talking-
yeah.
My
We were talking about
mistake. I'm so
airsoft. We were
sorry.
talking about airsoft, and now we're on anime, which is Nomad's favorite subject.
Oh yeah, it's definitely my favorite subject. Anyway, I'm
There's
just
some
gonna go buy
animes
a
that are
rope
good.
and a bench and throw myself.
Can I have your
Damn.
computer?
No.
No, give it to Marlon. He's our
Aw.
guest.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he's the guest. We gotta treat him to, like, his car and stuff.
So
Marlon,
I feel like we're avoiding a subject that we need to talk
Are
about
we?
since
I
we
don't
have
know.
since we have a guest. Modeling
I'm
Weekly.
clueless.
You may present yourself to the world and to our 10 people.
No,
audience.
no, we matter. He doesn't.
Huh? What's
What?
Yeah,
happening?
no, guests do not matter.
Alright, just
Oh
chill.
wait.
Alright,
Wait, is this
he's
like-
gotta
this is the
introduce
promotion
himself to
software?
our 10 subscribers.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So this is my chance to get
This is
myself
your-
out there.
This camera, that camera, that camera. Tell the people what you have going on in your life, like Hot Ones style.
Do you have a sister?
My wife just kind of left recently.
I feel like most people at this point kind of get what's going on here, right? This is all a Ponzi scheme because I'm trying to get into model. My Lego collection is complete now. In case Modeling Weekly, I have a large collection of Kobe Lego tanks.
Right. Yeah, I see.
I'm a tank boy first and foremost. I respect aircraft. You know, whatever. If you like planes, go for it.
Okay.
I'm personally. I don't know if you can tell by my profile picture, but I'm a tank boy. Through and through.
I actually have this very serious question for you if we have some time.
I think I know what it is.
Yes. Why do you hate naval?
I just fucking hate boats. They're just lame. They're just fucking stupid. I just don't get it. Like, I do not understand it at all.
I mean, to be honest,
Yeah, solid 5 seconds. Solid 5 seconds of silence as we all absorb what I've just said.
I always
hate boats.
Yeah, I always like the idea of building a boat, but the last time I attempted to build a boat was I bought Tamiya's 350 scale Bismarck. Got some edges.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Quite the undertaking.
Yeah, and it's now sat about a quarter complete in the top of my wardrobe.
A quarter?
So
That's
went
far.
That's far. That's far.
I know. I spent a good 3 weeks.
That's more than a nickel.
I know. I spent a good
That's
3
true.
weeks. Having a go at it.
Correct.
I mean, in my case, I have the 700 scale Academy Missouri that I need to do. I have the 350 scale. Is it Abiboss? I think it's Abiboss. HMCS. What's the name? The Huron, which is a Canadian destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
I have the. I tried to build the god awful Revell Missouri, which I've never completed because it's god awful.
Alarm bells at Revell, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean the new ones are not that bad.
Am I right, guys?
New Revell stuff is really not that bad.
Yeah.
I've built some things, and I have a Academy 700 Scout USS Enterprise CV6, which technically I've completed, but I haven't put any of the fucking photo edge rails because I had no idea how to do it.
I don't have much
That's
interest
true,
in bigger boats, but PT boats and all that
Oh,
stuff,
yeah,
I
well,
really...
No.
I want to make a PTR. Like, no, a PBR from
PBR.
Yeah,
Vietnam.
the Piper.
The pivot.
The only,
Peanut
yeah.
butter and
Rice.
Peanut butter and rice.
I tried to make that work. I lost it immediately.
Honestly, I wanted to build a PBR as well after watching the Grand Tour special.
Yeah.
100% me.
But
That might have
the
been
only
the one
kit
that I
I
missed.
found is the Tamiya one, and it's quite old.
I mean, it's not that bad. I don't know if you know the channel Scout Model Aircraft on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
He's
I'm
spilled
subscribed,
he spilled the Pibber, and it doesn't look that bad. He made a diorama with it, which looks awesome.
Yeah.
But like,
How do you make a
honestly-
diorama of a boat? Because you have to do water.
well, I mean,
Yeah, you use
resin.
resin.
That seems
You
really
use
tough.
resin.
You don't even have... Well, yeah, you need
I don't
to
know
make
what resin
resin,
means.
or you...
Aluminum.
Or you make
Aluminum
a-
works too.
Or you make a
Aluminum.
cope option and a cope, and you just put it on a dry dock or something.
Well,
No,
you
I've
can
seen a
try-
lot of dry dock dioramas.
You can make a small wooden base which has been varnished and everything with like golden stands, which looks.
Yeah,
cool.
but usually
I feel like
boat models come with stands. They do.
Well, I mean,
And you
I
can
feel like
just
I'd
make
love
the
to
boat
do.
itself.
I'd love to do a boat like the boat just finished construction and they haven't like pushed it in the water yet, but it's on like
Yeah.
that rig
Well,
that they
the
use
thing
to
is-
push it into the water, and it's like that's your diorama.
the
there
thing
at
is
that
that at that point it's simply the hull. You just have the hull completed.
What do you mean?
When they
What do you
push
mean?
it in the water, the superstructure
Yeah.
is not there yet. They just push
Oh.
the hull in the water, and
Oh,
they go
right.
the rest onto the ship while floating.
Oh, see, I'm used to seeing like cruise ships and stuff where they just fucking throw the whole thing into the ocean.
Yeah, the
And
thing
just
is
tell
that
it to
there's a lot of
go.
relatively fragile parts that would not absorb the shock. Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you
that
see the
makes
launching
sense.
of the Titanic, it's only the hull and perhaps some parts of the infrastructure. But
Wait,
most of
hold
it
on,
is
the
not.
the new one?
Hey,
the new
there's a
Titanic
new
that
one
they're
coming.
making?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
supposed to be
there
launching
is.
Oh,
this year.
yeah, no,
That's
I
what I
heard
thought you were saying.
I'm sure
but
that's
yeah.
gonna go well.
Oh, it's gonna go great.
I mean, climate change has pretty much destroyed the iceberg thread.
Now that you've destroyed
Yeah.
the planet, we can make Titanic go well.
That's what the guy is like, guys. The original Titanic was too ahead of its time. It was too when there were icebergs and when global warming had reached a point. Now this is where the ship belongs. Is when there's no icebergs for it to hit. Now we're gonna rebuild this old ship from 1912 because it was too ahead of its time.
I mean, I have one question though, because I heard it was a myth about the Titanic, but was there actually a fire in the boiler room when
No.
Why would I know? Why would I know that?
I know you're stupid, so I'm not gonna ask you the question. But I know Felix knows some
okay.
bits of the Titanic.
I said no.
We had a little Titanic.
I don't think there was.
Well, because people say there was a boiler, like a boiler fire, which hindered the infrastructure, and
Does
that's
it even matter? The thing ran into an iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah. I think at that point that's the least of your worries.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
there was the myth that like there was plenty, or like one of the scouts had seen it and tried to bring it up with an officer, but he was like, "Nah, it's not a big deal," and then they ignored it.
Oh, they did.
Honestly, that sounds likely, to be honest. Yeah,
I think
just
that's
cockiness.
What it was. Yeah, I think there was like a young private or whatever, like first day on the job or whatever.
I think
he was
we're
a scout.
getting into
he was like, hey.
I mean,
now we're getting
I think
into
we're getting into like
theory?
things we can't prove. Yeah.
Conspiracy theory territory.
There was. Do you remember, Paul, the thing with like somebody thought the Titanic sunk in a V break or something, and there was whole like drama thing about it.
Yeah, there was a big drama on YouTube between Titanic enthusiasts.
Yeah, there was disinformation. There was
Titanic enthusiasts. What a phrase! What a collection of words. Wow.
No,
I want to meet those guys.
Because it's right down the middle, and you know we've all seen the movie where like the ass just goes up until it breaks down. And the guy thought it literally like the thing was in the water straight and it broke in the middle. It just kind of snapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just was like, you know what? I'm done. It just snapped.
Also, there was a big debate about how it broke in half. Like the ass goes up in the air.
Cares?
And well, I mean,
like, who the fuck cares? Like, we have pictures of it. We know that this happened. Like, why do you give a shit how it happened?
I mean, that's just like when you get into a subject and you just want to know every detail of it. It's like how does a tank burn? Well, we don't care. It just burns.
I get. No, I get that. You're right.
So
that's a big myth about wet ammo storage that a lot of people have when the Sherman switched to wet ammo storage, is because the burn rates, that is mathematically and statistically proven that the burn rates once they switched to wet ammo plummeted. And most people think, well, it's because of wet ammo storage. You know, hiding all the ammunition inside of like that wet glycol or whatever the hell it was. The liquid actually helped. It didn't. I think my theory, and I think what most people have come to accept now, is that the reason it helped is because the ammo was no longer stored on sponsons. It was stored in the floor of the tank.
in the floor and protected
so it was
by
just
an
less
armored
likely
cover.
to get hit.
It wasn't an armored cover too.
Yeah. So I think because I think they ended up doing some testing in the Cold War with wet ammo storage and found that like it actually didn't change anything at all.
Well,
like it wasn't less any vulnerable.
Just even today, like, you know, they're not stored into any liquid. They're just stored behind armored doors.
The blast panels.
But, to go back to Titanic. There was a big debate on how it broke. Some people say it's the bottom of the hull that collapsed on itself.
I watched the movie. I know how it goes.
I imagine in a real debate, it's like some guys like, guys, this is what happened, and the dude is just like arms crossed.
Trust me, guys. I watched the film. Okay.
I just imagine being so dismissed, like saying it exactly how Biff. He's just like, I watched the movie. I know what happened. Like completely dismissing the other dude. Like, I know what happened. I was there.
And I mean, he's arguably, you know.
I trust James Cameron. I think he did his research.
I think they had sex in the car, and that's why their boat sunk.
So yeah, basically, the theory was that it's the bottom of the infrastructure of the hull that collapsed on itself, which teared up the upper part of the infrastructure, which caused the whole thing to collapse on itself. But some guy arrived with the plans of the ship and how the hull was built, and said that was impossible, and said that in reality, it would have been the bottom that would have tear up, and the upper portion of the infrastructure that would, how can I say it? Yeah, it would have been the opposite at that point.
Yeah,
the bottom would have teared up.
And the community of Titanic enthusiasts, the enthusiasts of the Titanic, went ape shit because
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that, but I got you.
Yeah. So we got sidetracked on the Titanic a bit, but
basically, what I'm learning from this is
I'm just here wondering how this guy just managed to just come across plans for the Titanic and use them in his argument.
I mean, the plans are readily available on the internet. You can find all of them.
Yes, I watched the plans to the Titanic. I know everything.
I mean,
I've analyzed
and I think there were spoilers somewhere.
Nowadays, you have simulations. Nowadays, you have like better understanding of physics and everything and how material works. Now you can just put in a computer the temperature of the water, the physical strength of the steel used, how it was built, and everything, and the thing will do everything you want to. In front of you.
Yeah, no, they use that in planes, like in the investigations when there's been like crashes or accidents or whatever. They just like put in all of the environmental settings, and then it just shows exactly what would have happened.
Yeah.
I wonder how accurate a lot of those are, though.
I
think I'm scarred.
They're very accurate.
Yeah. I guess so. I'm scarred by War Thunder. And just how much of a simulator that quote unquote is, but like it's totally not.
You just graze a tree and you explode.
Yeah, I personally just feel like there are so many factors in the real world that a computer just cannot account for.
Well, now they do. That's the thing. You can now simulate the formation of a fucking tornado. You can put different currents of air into a computer.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, but is it simulating
how a tornado works?
Big fish. Why would you want? I imagine they're presenting this technology, and it's like, guys, we can now simulate these complex weather events, and no man
can simulate how fucked we're gonna be. Guys.
What's your problem? Why would we? I'm slowly, like, as I'm speaking, coming up with multiple reasons as to why, but I'd probably still like. Oh, what's your problem?
Why would you want to? Why does it matter? Why do you care? I don't think this
we can save people's life by preventing those things.
L ratio, why does it matter? L plus ratio plus don't live in Hurricane Valley plus or Tornado Valley plus don't care. Didn't
plus
ask.
Plus your house blown away plus don't care plus your entire city's in ruins plus financial ruin.
No tornadoes.
No tornadoes.
No tornadoes. Yeah. Would you guys actually get on that Titanic though?
What?
Do you think they did it right this time? Yeah, the new one. Do you think?
You see, the problem is I don't have money. But if I did,
let's assume that I'm trying to introduce a hypothetical question here. Let's assume you have the money. Would you get on it?
I would get on it.
Shut up, Big Fish. I'm asking our guest a question.
No, my guest doesn't matter.
I mean, it depends. It depends how they're going about it. Like, are they getting these plans and then just making an exact replica?
From what I heard, it is an exact replica of it with modern standards. Like,
right. Okay,
they have the right amount of lifeboats placed in the most optimal area.
To be fair, that's true.
That was the first thing that they figured out.
Yeah. I think with like modern day safety precautions and all of like the measures they have to, I think even if the same thing happened again, I think it would be a lot better than it was.
Yeah. Also, there's one thing is that every the living quarters, where the passengers will be. This is going to be an exact replica of how it would have been in 1912. So you've got no Wi-Fi.
That's pretty cool, actually.
You have no Wi-Fi. I think there's going to be like
same prices.
Oh wait, really? Like no
Wi-Fi whatsoever. It's going to be Sam Rouse.
Yeah, that rules out all
that
passengers.
Seems like a bad idea.
Nobody's going on that.
I would do it.
Because what if it sinks? How can I call for help?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't.
But I'm gonna have to rely on the onboard safety protocols. Fuck that.
But yeah, no, there's probably gonna be there's probably gonna be things, I don't feel like no Wi-Fi is that much of a danger because if the ship is in actual danger, there's gonna be like communication systems all across the ships for that. That's the thing. They go back to modern safety requirements. So I think all that is accounted for, but for the
okay. So it's kind of like a sort of simulated experience.
That's pretty much it. So it's gonna go from Southampton, go down to Cherbourg, and then Cherbourg to New York, and it's gonna be the same.
It's the original route, right?
Yeah, it's the exact original route.
Take two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally, that's exactly the memes that came out of it when they announced it. It was like, it'll be. They'll never expect us to do the exact same thing that we've done already. Take two. Second time's the charm.
still, I would
Those
board the
dastardly
Titanic.
icebergs.
I would 100%
I
do
would
it.
board it, and I would take pictures like, hey, what could go wrong? And then I'd go in,
Yeah.
I'd go in the cargo hold. I'd say, hey, there's the car, guys. Remember that scene? I
What?
do.
I would 100% believe that some people are going to try to have sex in this. In the
They
car.
are-
Oh yeah.
There are
People
Oh, and
100.
you know what? It's gonna be there's gonna be just crowds at the front of the boat trying to do that.
Trying to do the on top of the world thing.
100%.
Oh my god.
There's going to be somebody.
Oh.
Like, there's going to be someone.
That's gonna sink the ship on its own. The front of the ship will get too heavy. The nose will dip into the water because everyone's standing on the front.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
But I still like feel like we're gonna ask the staff. Like, you have a lovely couple, and they're all like, "Hey, do you know where the cargo hold with the cars is?" I do not, for no reason at all. I promise.
Well, we know you're gonna fuck in there. We know.
Ah,
Well,
yes.
can you please tell me where it is if you know? Sir,
it's,
like, 17
yeah, no,
different
it's
couples asked
yeah.
already today, please.
Yeah, head down the stairs. It's on the left. Please be quick. We've got like 6 other people waiting.
Yeah. If you want
Join
the
the
next
queue,
where we can
mate.
activate the steam machine.
Get in line, dickhead. Come on. Wait for it. You either do it in your room or you wait in line like everyone else.
It's not something I've ever thought I'd
the
heard
fucking
here in
bench
my
are
whole
gonna be
life.
crusty at the end of the voyage.
The suspension is gonna fail on the
Why'd you
car.
say that? Imagine
But
though
yeah,
being able to do it on a boat. That would be pretty cool. As much as I hate boats, take that off the list. That would be on a bucket list for sure. Do it on
Sure
a
beats
boat.
doing it on a plane or something.
I agree. That would be. Well, can't you? Wait, hold on. No, that's space. I was thinking about space. You can't get it up in space, right?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Get what up?
What?
I missed
can't
Blood
something.
flows anyways, right?
They've done not that they've done experiments, but it's basically proven that because of the way gravity and everything works, that you can't get a boner in space. Like if
I
you're on the
call
ISS
bullshit
or whatever
because
in orbit.
How
Apparently
water
the blood
works is
the blood flow just doesn't really work.
But then how
Yeah.
does the blood flow in the entire body work?
It's
Yeah.
because your blood flow is reliant on gravity. Your heart can pump blood through, but gravity is what really is pulling it all through your veins. So
I
apparently,
thought that was like capillary action.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking.
I mean,
That's-
that's,
hey,
I guess
we-
that's
but
why it's called capillary action.
We can
Ooh.
segue that into
Yeah.
back to modeling because
Oh
Kepler.
yeah,
Huh?
and
Oh,
washes and
that's
panel lines.
all planned.
Oh, yeah,
That-
look
that's
at that.
used a lot.
Yeah, I
For
don't know what you guys
washes.
are talking about. That was the plan from the beginning, honestly.
That was since we hit record. That was
Everything was
Yeah.
calculated to go back to Titanic and then Kepler reaction back to
It's actually
modeling.
funny. Everything up to this point was scripted. Now we're lost. I don't know what to do.
yeah. Well, yeah. I have no idea what to say.
Take it away,
guys.
modeling. What's this about?
Yeah, but can we go back to like the
Cardiovascular.
original question, modeling, because we completely sidetracked from that. Who you are? Who are you? And what do you
I
do?
forgot about that. Yeah.
I forgot
Well.
who I was.
Who
Identity
am I?
crisis.
Well, I am a modeling YouTuber. I mean, who could have thought? No, it's definitely not in the name. I do like these nice little videos where I go step by step making all of these little kits. I don't really specialize in anything in particular. I've made boats. I've made tanks. It's all like
Yeah,
that.
he's made those.
I heard him.
I've made planes. Yeah, it's anything.
Yeah, I was looking at your channel because I wanted to do because I hadn't really. Again, I'm not in the modeling community, so I don't know any modeling YouTubers at all. So before this podcast started, I wanted to check you out.
Yeah,
You will
had so many
you will
questions.
fall in. Look up Night Shift on YouTube, and you will literally fall in love.
Oh
Night
yes, I
shift?
can vouch.
Honestly,
Oh, boy.
that guy has such a way to explain things.
I know.
It's so easy. You just have to be careful with what you do, and you follow his exact instructions, and you're gonna have the exact results.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm already looking at this. 7 days ago, he's posting a World War One.
He's posted
It already looks
the
amazing.
And
news.
yeah, he only makes tanks, so it's literally your dream come true.
He only
Yep,
makes
yep.
tanks.
He doesn't make boats, Hedda. He doesn't make boats at all.
Okay. I will. I might actually. Thank you for the heads up. But
Oh,
with your
he's
channel-
having a moment.
Yeah, I just wanted to check out some of your videos first, and I watched your most recent one, the 1 month ago, which is also
no, he's
apparently your
not
most
gonna
popular
watch any
upload, which
'cause
is
he's
pretty
got
cool.
Yeah, no, that it really blew up. It was really unexpected, actually. Yeah.
The Junkers, Jay, you're at 9K subscribers. That's awesome. You looks like you're doing really well for yourself, and you've been doing. So I can scroll all the way down, and you've been your first video
Please
was
do not scroll all the way down.
your first video was 5 years ago, but
Yes, yeah.
it seems like I clicked on a video of yours that was like a year old, and your microphone quality was way different. Was there a point where like you kind of completely made like you completely changed the way you did things?
Yeah, there was definitely a moment in the channel where I just thought, yeah, the production quality of these videos is just not up to scratch. I need to change the way I go about this. And I think that was really at the Airfix MiG 17. That was really the first video that I put a lot of effort into production, and from then on.
Yeah. I see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at your Panzer 4D video because I was looking for tanks, and I was like, wow, the quality difference is immediately. Yeah, it's 2 years ago, so of course things have changed. But I thought that was interesting. But I see, you've done a lot, mostly planes, but I like a lot of the tank stuff you've done here too.
Yeah, I think. Oh god, the last time I did a tank was the T-60.
Yeah, it was 8 months ago. It looks like.
That's the Russian light tank, right?
Good.
They're the Russian light tank.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
I think it's such a meme to put a 20 mil on the tank. Bro, we made the first IFV, man, the T-60, you know?
Panzer II would have.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Panzer II, the entire. I'll say it right now.
Look, it was a dumb thing, so being wrong is even better.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Panzer II. I think it's stupid. I think it's really dumb.
I mean,
I think as far as tanks
it was the workout of the Blitzkrieg. It did its job perfectly.
I think it did the job it had to do, but
it's just a dumb tank. Just don't like it.
I mean,
it's just stupid.
And for a light tank, that's pretty good.
According to the documentary video game War Thunder, I think the Panzer II is pretty good.
Yeah, based on War Thunder. I have to say.
Yeah, I play War Thunder. You know, remember that time Tiger 2s fought Centurions? I remember because I play War Thunder.
Hey, can we be real for 5 seconds? In real life, if the war went on, the Tiger 2 would have fought Centurions. I'm sorry.
Probably, yeah.
Like checkmate.
Yeah, that's just how like time
that's how
works.
Technology works.
That's the Centurion was coming into service like like the Centurion I think went into service.
It was in service at the end of the war. It never saw combat.
Literally, yeah.
I was gonna say it was like a month or something.
No, I swear it was literally right in the end of the war, but still within the war, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in production at the end of the war and entered service.
That's crazy to think. That's like a bit of like overlapping history because like the Centurion is such an advanced. Like we think of it so much as like a 50s era tank.
1945, that would have literally been ahead of its time times 10.
The Centurion is literally considered to be the first main battle tank. It could do everything.
I'm very aware of that. Well, I'd like to do a video on that about what is it about the Centurion that made it the first main battle tank?
Yeah.
Was it the fact that it like filled every role? Because like the Sherman filled all those roles too. The T-34, the Panther to a degree, not really. The Panzer IV, like a lot of tanks. Like towards the end of the war, you saw pretty much every country like united on this idea of like we've got one good medium tank that's very versatile.
Yeah.
Let's use that. And it's you'd think that would be the birth of the main battle tank, but apparently not. I'd be interested to see why specifically the Centurion is considered the main.
It may be. I mean, I may be wrong. I'm not too
around it.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, well, I'm not massively into tanks, but maybe it was just
Thunder, so I am.
maybe it's just the fact that before the Centurion, nobody had really thought about calling anything a main battle tank.
Yeah,
that could have. Yeah, maybe it was just straight up that the British just like. In the Centurion, that they were just the first ones to call it that.
Yeah, ABT.
I feel like it's a technology thing. I feel like there is a certain.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain technology that a tank has to have, and a certain capability. Like you have to be able to make the most of your vehicle in a very specific way for it to be a main battle tank.
I feel like Hedda, this is a question that needs to be answered by us two investigators, which resolve the EZ8 mystery.
We did. We solved the mystery of the EZ8 together. And by solved it, I mean we looked at a Chieftain video. I still that video holds such a special place in my heart because it really was. It's like this entire like 20-minute thing, and then you and I are doing our investigating. At the very end, we just find a Chieftain video that explains the whole thing, and then I just put that at the end. And it's like you could have just like it's a journey, sure, to watch the video, but you could have just straight like. It was such a pointless video looking back on it, but I still it was very fun to make.
Video. I liked that video a lot.
Thank you. It was very fun to make.
I have never seen it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You don't have to. I'm a nobody. I don't.
What do you mean? I'm part of
I
your
was trying to go with the
official Discord
self-deprecating humor
server.
there for a second, but it just sounded genuinely like sad.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
yes.
I'm gonna cut that. Yeah,
Just sounds depressed.
it was a little bit too serious. Now I'm up and coming. I'm making a comeback. Don't worry. We're gonna do some live streams. Nomad, you and I need to stream.
Yeah, a very
this
specific
podcast.
game.
I've
What
officially got
about
the Discord up
me?
and running. We're gonna make it. A Big Fish, you can come in there too. And Modeling Weekly,
Yay.
you're welcome to come in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stream Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on a bet from Nomad.
Yeah, actually, when is that happening? You're like a week late.
Yeah, I
2
am.
weeks even.
Next week,
Honestly,
probably.
Honestly,
Next
it has to be said. You do get very good views for how many subs you have. Like
Oh, no.
1.4K, and you're getting like per video 50% of that is really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I've studied very hard on. There's a guy that I take a lot of inspiration from named Ludwig, and he did a
Oh,
thing
I
about
love
like,
Ludwig.
yeah, and he did a thing about like how to grow a YouTube channel, and his general rule of thumb was, if you're getting half as many views per video as you have subscribers, your channel is growing. And I was like, okay, and so that's kind of been my metric. So far
You
I'm doing
get
all right.
more views on streams than I do, and I have twice the amount of subscribers.
But your
hate
streams
my.
It do be like that. Yeah, but here's the thing though: is when I come back, is that going to change? I'm worried that I'm going to come back and start streaming again, and I'm going to get like 2 people, and it's like, damn. But at that point, like, I don't know. I built up from 0 to now. I can build up from 0 again, if I really have to.
The thing
But
is
I know I've got people. I've got dedicated people.
The
who will
thing
stick
with
it,
YouTube is
so
that I gradually
I'm
got
confident.
bored of it. I just got bored.
To me, it was the pressure. It was the pressure of like having to keep up with like uploads and stuff, and
it's just that like I make a video, I put so much effort into them. Sometimes like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the amount of effort I've put into a video, I wake up and I don't stop until like 11 p.m. and I record the whole thing in a day. But I don't stop, barely take any time to eat and everything, and I get 50 views. I have 3,000 subscribers because of one stupid
It's arguably kind of cruel.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
the thing with
arguably-
YouTube. A lot of the time, the videos
You don't
that
need effort
require
to make
the,
views.
Yeah, exactly. The videos with the least effort get the
Well,
most
you
views.
see my Sherman meme video, the one with all the variants.
that's a million. That's like 2
That's
million views.
No, a million. I'm gonna get the exact number right there right now.
Mhm.
It's a stupid video. There's no interest. It's not funny. Like
It's
look,
kind of funny.
yeah.
No, it's funny. Yeah, it's good.
It
It's
is
funny.
funny. I think that's what it is. I think there's definitely, and something I've learned a lot from Ludwig is playing the algorithm. Like there's definitely like you can have a high effort video do really well, and you can have a low effort video do very like I have personally experienced that where like my Halo Infinite Tankery experience video, I threw that together because I was like, oh, Halo Infinite just came out, it's gonna be in the algorithm, like let's try this out. And I also figured that people would be like when Halo Infinite first came out, I figured people would be Googling Halo Infinite tank gameplay.
Yeah.
So I'd be like I'm gonna go for it, and I just threw this together very quickly. 200 views. It was, as far as my videos go, it was a pretty underperforming video. So
okay,
like,
yeah.
what the hell?
I've got the number right
Tank
there.
tier list.
1,078,000. 1,079,000.
For your
the Sherman
for your
video.
meme video.
The Sherman video.
At least.
I definitely feel like I experienced both ends of that spectrum, like both low effort and high effort videos doing well. Because I mean, the Junker video that was like 3 months in the making, man. That was I was genuinely happy when I saw that did well, because I was just thinking, man, it's not going to be a popular subject. It's going to get like 1 or 2k views.
But I think it's also
in the
like
end,
how you marketed it. It's massive and it's huge in the thumbnail. The thumbnail looks great. It's very simple. It's good. Like, I think there's a lot of that.
The Discord we're on with like all the other modeling YouTubers, that helps a lot. I feel like that helps a ton.
It's amazing. No, but me and Nomad are on a server called Scale Model YouTubing, and it's sort of with like model minutes and LPJ models and stuff, and just having connections like that is brilliant, because you get on community posts and stuff like that, and marketing is brilliant, honestly.
Yeah, it's been good for me with the Sprocket community. The game Sprocket, that's being in the Sprocket Discord has helped. I've been able to post a lot of my videos in there. I was throwing a lot of my videos on Reddit for the longest time to start off.
And that's
but
what
they would never get that many.
That's how I got my views. That's actually how I got my views. I got my first
Can I actually
good
ask
views
you, Etta,
with the Reddit.
how's Sprocket?
How is Sprocket? It's doing great. The game is steadily going through. The developer has currently gone through his entire so he put out a roadmap for like all the features he's planning to add for like Q1 2022, Q2, Q3, and then up into next year. He's got a huge roadmap, and he just released a post like the other day, a week ago, whatever, that shows all of the goals that he had for Q1 of 2022 like already done, except for I think like one. He's making a lot of really good progress on the game. The builder has been completely revamped. I still kind of want to make a video on it, but I don't know. I've struggled so much with like what exactly I want to make because I don't want to put myself in a box. But then again, I also do want to catch on to like trends and things, and I want to make sure that I'm staying
become known for certain things.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to become known for Sprocket, even though I feel like that's. I mean, my most viewed video easily are all Sprocket videos.
Yeah.
And so I figure most people would have found me through Sprocket, and I'm in the Sprocket Discord. I take place in the teabag competition for Sprocket, the guy who hosts the challenges in Sprocket. So I'm very intertwined with that community, and I've met even people on that Sprocket Discord are a lot of like Spookston is in there. What's his name?
Of course, Spookston's there.
Fly Daily. I forgot Fly Daily's name. I forgot his name. Fly Daily is in that Discord. There's a lot of YouTubers in that Discord, and so not that I've had like direct conversations with any of them yet, but you know the fact that they're there, it does help.
Yeah,
they have a channel, and it's good to grow. But I was going to ask actually for both you modeling and Nomad, what is the longest you've ever spent on a video?
The longest I've ever spent on a video?
Yeah.
Honestly, in recent years, I think it's definitely the Junker. That was just a huge undertaking. Not only because of the size, but because the kit is it's an old Revell kit, and that pretty much speaks for itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about.
Revel is the worst.
3 months. Yeah.
3 months.
The worst experiences I had.
3 months to build. How much of that, like, if you had to segment that up, how much of that was building the model and filming it, and how much of that was editing or all that
honestly,
stuff?
Honestly, for me, editing is really only maximum a week, to be honest, because I find that I really don't have motivation, and then I think just, oh, fuck it, I'm going to get this done today, and I just do the whole video in like a day or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a solid month out of that was just like procrastinating, thinking, oh, I don't want to finish this. This is too painful.
That's my main problem is that, oh fuck. Okay, so I record the entire thing. You know, I record a building. That's why I stopped making build videos, because I record the entire thing and I need to cut through everything. And what I hate about my last building videos is that they're just time lapse. There's just no effort time lapse. And when I start cutting them and make, you know, I've made videos where, you know, I go step by step, kind of like Night Shift does.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just like, this is boring.
I think
shit.
But the thing is, I think it's the most engaging format, because you can very easily follow along. Whereas with time lapse, it's sort of like things whiz past and you can't really like catch on what the person's doing.
Yeah, that was something I was going to say about your
modeling video.
Yeah, about your content modeling is I recently, so quick context, the Batman movie came out. I saw it. I loved it. Batman was great. And so in my recommended, I got popped up a cosplayer who remade a Batman costume, right?
Right, yeah.
But his video was just, he would just stand there in front of the camera and hold like the gauntlet and say like, all right, here's all the things I'm going to do. And he would talk for like 5 straight minutes about like what he was going to do to it.
Yeah.
And then it would be like a 5-second time lapse of him actually doing it. And then he'd pick up the next and say, okay, now here's what I'm going to do. It's like, I don't want to see you explaining what you're doing. I want to see you doing it. And your videos are great. Your videos are a fantastic mixture of like, you get to the piece and then like as you're doing it, you're describing like, here's what my plan was for this. And it's like, oh, as you're describing it, I'm watching you do it right here, right now. Like that the condensing of that format was nice.
Yeah, I definitely think like actions and voiceover at the same time is definitely the most engaging format, because I know exactly what you mean, because that happens in the modeling community loads as well. Is just you get these channels where they sort of, with a toothpick, they just have the model there and they're just like pointing out things like, oh, I'm gonna add a bit of streaking over here.
I've got nothing against like Andy Hobby headquarters. I like his channel a lot, and I took a lot of inspiration from him. But that's like his way of making videos is not the most engaging one.
No, because it's just he sort of talks for a bit, and then it's just time lapse, and you can't really engage properly, and it's just not that entertaining, to be fair.
I mean,
You also have a great voice, so I think that helps a lot too.
yeah. Oh, compared to mine,
Yeah.
like especially compared to
Yeah,
mine.
we have filthy accents. We have no chance.
Quebec.
Well, no, the British accents are great. British accents.
We
are
were talking about the
fantastic.
Quebec
Wait,
accent.
I love British.
Ours.
Oh, the Quebec
No.
accent. Well,
The
yeah.
tabac.
I've been told I have a
Tabac,
nice
tabarnak.
voice too, but I don't believe it for a second.
Chris.
I can tell you have a good sort of like commentary. What's the word?
Narration,
Voiceover
yeah,
voice.
thank you.
Narration
Yeah.
voice. That's- yeah.
Hera has
Okay,
a
yeah.
superb voice.
Aw,
And
It's-
modeling,
no, it's very
modeling.
clear.
I mean, modeling. I wouldn't do any harm anyway.
No, I definitely got that when I was putting out videos and I was sending them to my friends because a lot of my friends know me casually. They're like, it's so weird to hear you talk in like a
I know.
narration type voice. Even my dad, like my dad looked at one of my videos and he was like, "What? Like, are you using any filters on your microphone? Like, you sound so different." And I'm like, "What? No,
Yeah.
like I just talk.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just read the script."
Mm. Oh,
That's
that
definitely 'cause
brings me on to another point. Definitely, I think a script making is definitely important when it comes to making
Yes.
an
It's
engaging
important
video.
to be
Do you
prepared.
write
Because,
scripts
yeah,
for your videos or do you just kind of watch the footage?
100% of the time I
Okay.
write scripts. Yeah, because the worst thing ever is just like you're talking through something and you say what you wanted to say and then you just the classic thing is on the end just say it. So yeah,
Yeah. You want to avoid that. Yeah. That's so funny.
because it's just
You're
the
right. That
second
happens
you
all the
hear that,
time.
the second you hear that is just like instantly not professional anymore.
I was about to say, yeah, all credibility tanks. Yeah, I
Yeah.
find that like, those videos. I mentioned it when I was doing my 2021 year in review stream and Q&A and talking about how my process for a lot of things. But I mentioned that like when it comes to making some of my videos of like, I have obviously some videos where like I'm playing a game and trying to be funny and commentating on it, and then I have some videos like the guide to the Stug, guide to the Sherman, the tank tier list video. A lot of those which are voiceover over a thing, and that's that. And I find that interestingly enough, I not only like making the like confused videos that have a script. I like those, making those better, and they're also easier to me, even though, because like with the gameplay stuff, I'll record like 3 hours of gameplay with like or maybe like an hour or two. I've learned now that you want to record as little gameplay as possible because if you record 3 hours of gameplay, when you go into the editing booth, you then have to sift through 3 hours of gameplay to figure out what was like funny and what was. And I can't imagine as a model maker, if you're working on a model for like months at a time, like you must have so much raw footage that you have to sift through and cut out. Like that must be so painstaking. I can't imagine.
In the sort of beginning, I just flick the camera on and I'd end up with like 5 or 6 hours of footage, which I mean is not bad to be honest. But once you get that in the editing studio, it's painful.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I'm sure.
But recently, I've sort of, with more experience, I've sort of figured out what I actually need to capture and what's important to have in the video, and it's sort of boiled down to having 1 or 2 hours of raw footage that gets turned into a half an hour video.
I've had the exact same. I've had the exact same discovery, and again, that's what makes the script videos so much better. I mentioned it too. Why the tank tier list? Like, if we compare 2 videos that I did back to back, the one 3 months ago that was so I did the teabag challenge. That was me recording myself building a tank for teabag. It was gameplay, me in Sprocket. I didn't have a script. I just hit record and just started building this tank. That took me like a month to make. Because I had all this footage and I was like, how do I make that funny? And how do I I had no plan.
Where do I start? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, where do I start? Tank tier list, even though like editing wise, it has such more complicated edits and I wrote a script for it and I took my time with it so much more. I made the tank tier list in 3 days. From conception to posting was 3 days. Because those scripts, like when you have a script, and I mentioned it in the live stream, the only thing that I record is what makes it in the video. There is no like raw footage to be cut. Like everything that's there is from the script as I want it to be, and then at that point you just edit it. Like those videos are so much easier for me to make, and I like those ones better. And it's almost a weird dynamic. Yeah,
and I think the real beauty of a script is that you eliminate the things that you need to remove straight away. So as you say, everything that you record is going to be included in the video.
Yeah.
But also the fact that you've sussed everything that you're going to say already means that you can sort of focus on the way you handle yourself.
The delivery.
The delivery. You can make it sound a lot more interesting. Whereas if you're sort of going with no plan, you're concentrating on what you're actually going to say. Whereas, like instead of actually focusing on how you deliver it.
That's actually such an important. You're so right, and I haven't thought about it like that, but subconsciously you're right. I completely agree with you there. Now I imagine
admit, though, if I can take the microphone for a bit, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm maybe planning on doing something. I've been slowly getting interest, and
you stream though, don't you? You have a Twitch.
Barely.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the courage and the time, and this is honestly helpful. I'm just trying to listen. All of it. I know I haven't been speaking much, but
no, yeah. Well, especially with YouTube, and like for me, there was a lot of what I wanted. Like, I didn't want to push myself into a niche, and so I've decided recently, and why I kind of took a break and why I'm coming back to it now is because I took so many of these other YouTubers that I took inspiration from, like, oh God, what's the guy's name? Potential History. Take a bit of Ludwig, take a bit of H-Rock, take a bit of all these different guys.
Jerma.
Yeah. Jerma.
Jerma.
The Chieftain, like a lot of these different YouTubers that like I would look at and say like I like what they're doing. Oh, Spookston has been a big influence on me too. And I would try to take like individual pieces of them and try to combine them all together. And I was like, that's gonna be my style. However, I recently learned that even then you're still putting yourself in boxes because then you're trying to still mimic what they're doing, even though you're combining it all together and you think you're doing something new, you're actually not.
That is literally the hardest part of finding something unique that nobody else has done.
That was my problem when I initially started YouTube. I wanted to be I wanted to be different, but I still greatly inspired myself from Potential History. That's why I've put so many memes into my videos.
Yeah.
And also when I started making build videos, Modeling Weekly, you probably know him, Quick Kits.
Yeah.
I was a copy pasta of him.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
And you try to tell yourself that you're not copying,
Kits,
but like
he's such a good YouTuber. I love Quick Kits. Shame that he doesn't do videos anymore. He was my main inspiration for everything, and then I kind of got my own thing, but it was still just my initial videos are painful. They're just a fucking
but
time
everyone
lapse
says
with
that,
commentaries
that's
on top.
like
Sometimes not even commentaries.
I think the real danger with trying to like take things from these big YouTubers that have sort of sussed their styles is that they are experts at doing it, and when you start to try and attempt what they're doing, you're always going to be a level down from them at the very least.
Also, another thing is that people are already subscribed to a YouTuber that does that kind of content, so they're not going to subscribe to another one.
Yeah.
And another one that's obviously less good. You're never going to be as good as the master. Let's be real.
But I think the way around that, and what I've learned and how I'm doing this now when I come back and how I'm approaching this is now, like what my channel was before was it's a tank focused channel, obviously. And then I'm just the guy who's presenting it now. But now my channel is about me, but there's the overarching theme of tankery. Like I'm just going to post, I'm going to make videos about whatever the fuck I want. Like the channel is about me and what I do and how I approach life and what I'm like my video that I'm currently working on is literally me taking my rifle shooting for the first time. Like that's not really a tank video, but it's about me. Fuck you. I wanted to make this video and I think it would be cool and I think people who like my content would be interested to see that. So like
I think that's one thing that
it's knowing your audience and knowing yourself. Yeah, and you can keep the overarching theme of tanks. And I think that's going to be what I think thinking something like that, like make what you want to make. That's the go-to.
Yeah. The thing is that sometimes that's not a good idea because what I try to do, and obviously didn't work, is that I try to make videos about me. One of my biggest passions in the world, as much as tankery and everything, it's go fishing. I love fishing. And I made videos about just me going fishing, and they're made in a style that should appeal to a lot of people, which is like sort of cinematographic style, not a proper vlog. And I thought that people are just gonna sit back, relax, and watch the thing. And no, people don't. No, they don't care.
People want to be engaged on a YouTube video.
Well, not necessarily. It's just that people. Well, my main problem is that the people subscribe for a single fucking meme, again.
Yeah.
So they're not watching the videos.
I was gonna say you have to rebrand. You have to make a new channel, or you have to like try to find a way to get people.
I was genuinely thinking of making a fishing channel, just for
Like
fun.
if that's what you want to do, and that's like where you think you want to take your YouTube career, like do that.
I want to
Yeah.
do something
Worst that
that
can
is
happen is
easy. I
you're
want to do
back at
something
square
that is easy, that can make us with high quality relatively fast. So just
I mean,
really
just
thin line, honestly.
no.
Like,
No, the thing is that I know it
enjoying-
sounds bad. I know it sounds bad, but it's just that I don't have the time and the will to make like super pushed videos. I just want to make cinematographic style vlogs of me fishing. That's
Yeah.
all I want to do.
I think you can
Yeah.
totally do that.
Yeah.
I think
and then
there's.
I'll
I
be
think
in
that's
your
where the
videos.
grind
I'll be
comes in.
famous because I'm better than you at fishing. But you know,
Yeah, big fish will attend your videos.
it's
solely
in the
for
name.
clout.
That's what my name
That's
comes
true.
from. I've been fishing before I could like. I've been fishing since like 5.
Wow. This
And-
guy's got it. He is a literal
got
trout. I
it.
mean, look at him. Look at that perky smile.
I'm a literal.
Alright.
I'm a literal pike. I've grown teeth and stuff. I've swam too close to Chernobyl. Yeah, pike. But you know.
I mean, northern pikes are found
Yeah,
all
pikes
around the
in
world.
Chernobyl,
Yeah.
including
Well,
Chernobyl.
mostly in the north. If it's in the northern pike, probably not in the south, honestly. But
Well, I
you know.
mean, Russia is pretty northern.
Yeah, apparently.
Fuck yeah, dude. Russia be
But-
like north.
We like north.
Russia be like north.
And,
I mean, am I wrong though?
no, you're not.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take it from here because it's been a long time. So they may be in the north, but we're in the south. And as much as I've enjoyed this, as much as I've enjoyed having Modeling Weekly here, I think it's about that time if
Yeah.
you wanna. Yeah.
It's been an hour. I'll let you the outro or modeling. Modeling. No. Modeling. You do
Yeah,
the
it's-
outro.
Yeah, you
Okay,
need to
I'll
decide
take- I'll
what
take-
you're gonna do. We're really
We don't have
hungry
any sort of.
far
We
away
didn't
from.
talk about this part.
Yeah, we're far away from any civilization.
This was so planned, and then now
Yeah.
up to the very end. Yeah. Well, so
We
Well,
didn't have a plan. Y'all just forgot about it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we're
yeah. We
still-
got too sidetracked.
Yeah,
we got
but
too sidetracked. We forgot that we're still
I'm
stuck
gonna
in the middle of the
sidetrack us
proposal.
and turn over. Is that a city like 500 meters away? Right, guys?
500 meters.
Yeah, I mean, that is where I walked from. I was a bit confused when you guys were asking me those questions about how far I've come.
It's been weeks. We've been starving for weeks.
sure?
That's a Walmart.
There's a Walmart right there.
Sure. Actually, no, it's a Walmart. I'd rather starve, honestly.
Oh my goodness. Do you think they have iguanas? I've kind of developed
Probably,
a taste, I'm not
honestly.
gonna lie. I've kind of developed a taste for iguanas.
Yeah, but
Well, there's a Petco down the road, so you might be lucky.
Yeah.
let's go. I'm coming.
Somehow, like solid footsteps on the sand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we doing the
My
Modeling
shoes.
Weekly walks away like it's
I'm wearing
normal?
moon shoes.
Or-
Yeah. On my quest for reference photos.
Reference photos, yeah.
I'm basically holding your feet right now. Do you wanna run fast or?
I think I'll take it away with a solid sprint. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, tell me
Thank you
when
so
you're
much for
ready to
joining us,
run.
Modeling Weekly. This has been awesome. We hope to have you again because I like.
Mm.
This was
Yeah,
good.
that was
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks for having me, guys. It has genuinely been fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got more questions that I never. We got too sidetracked, and I genuinely there were some
Yeah.
questions
Yeah.
that I never got to.
Uh,
Never got to
Hey,
ask
maybe
you. But
maybe we'll come across him again in another setting.
yeah.
Maybe.
yeah, just turn back the way you came, walking in the exact straight line the way you came in, and I'm sure you'll come
In
back
the exact
to us at some point.
footsteps. I want the
The
exact
exact- yeah.
footsteps.
Follow my footsteps, exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Look, it's you walking.
Nope. See you guys.
Whoa!
Bye bye.
Whoa!
Bye-bye.